This is track number 11, Strobe. And oh my gosh, Strobe. You know, with this song, it's really special. I had decided that I wanted to sit down and make a song that was going to be really long, like 15 minutes or so, but it was going to change a lot, and I decided that I would try to make this like the best effort I had ever made with any music I had done. Like I was going to do whatever I had to do. I was going to throw every bit of brain power I had at this song idea. If something wasn't perfect, I would not live with it in this mix. Everything was going to be perfect. Like if I needed to redo the snare drums, I wasn't satisfied with them, I would start from the beginning and do the whole thing. Like everything in this mix was the best that I could do. And it took me a really, really long time to make this recording. Got like a little bit of that Pink Floyd vibe. And then I remember with like the bass guitar, the down, da down, da down, da down, da down. I forget which Pink Floyd song it is, but the name of a song like that. That was a conscious thing. I remember taking some Pink Floyd. Of course, the robot voice again. The countdown kind of idea, Now, what's cool about this too is I remember specifically that I wanted to do an idea that had two separate rhythms happening at the same time. And depending on which one you were like listening to or hearing or latching onto, the music would take on a completely different rhythm. So you have this idea of it like a gallop, okay? Da 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 da, right? But then you also have this rhythm. It's going da 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 da. Hear it? Right? And then depending on which one you hear or which one you are listening to, the music fits, but it's just different. I was proud of that. It was a clever idea, I thought. I'm not sure I had ever heard that done before. Listen to that. Still proud of it. Still proud of this. I worked so hard. This part here makes me think of that band Kraftwerk. They have a song called We Are the Robots. An album called The Man Machine, I think it was called. I had just bought that CD when I was working on this. And Microvolt, the song that came before this, was really kind of the run-up to this song, and it kind of got me ready, into this idea of very tedious, detailed editing, and that's what we're hearing here. It's so much, thought and care, delicately editing. Everything is perfect, making things sound as good as I possibly could. Oh yeah, it's my wife's voice. It might be the first time I used her voice in a song. Yeah. I forget that it's her sometimes. But it is. She's so funny. She just my wife is so cool about this kind of stuff. I'll bring her into the studio, I'll sit her down in a chair, I'll say this, do this, say this, and she just does. She doesn't complain, she'll just do the best she can, and she's a good sport, She can take a joke, she can laugh at herself, she's funny. My wife is very funny. She laughs a lot and she makes me laugh a lot. And it's probably one of the reasons why I love her as much as I do, and why we get along so well, is because we're usually laughing, even if we're crying. It's like we have that kind of relationship. The idea for this song, the lyrics of this song, came from this one time I was in a nightclub waiting for somebody that was going to meet me there. And I'm sitting at this table watching all these people on the dance floor dancing to this like techno music, It was like techno night at this club, and I'm waiting for somebody. So I'm looking out on the dance floor and I see this one girl. She's in the crowd of people underneath like this pin spotlight by herself, and she was dancing to the music. Like, it was so awesome to watch. Like, she was just so different than everybody else that was dancing. And the way she was dancing, it was like she was in ecstasy, She probably was on ecstasy, but it was still like so cool to watch. I was like mesmerized by it. So much so that I decided to make a 15-minute epic jam, just based on that visual, that idea. Because like as a drummer, there's like this connection, at least in my opinion, there's always like been this connection between drummers and dancers, because like when you're a drummer, in some strange way, you're kind of like always dancing to the music, Sample of my brother Steve doing an interview on the radio about that painting he did. Threw it in there. I had a sample of it. I threw it in there. So much stuff going on. This was all done on 16 tracks. Actually less than 16, probably about 14 tracks dedicated to the music. Kind of impressive. I can't believe I did it. I can't believe I was able to do it, but I did. Here's the proof. So much work, so much time, and I was having the time of my life doing it. It was really challenging, mentally to make this happen the way you're hearing it, Sections of, just thought and editing and just so many sections of it, And that robot voice, yeah, interesting. Some kind of weird art trip, Dancing towards salvation. Awesome. It's crazy, man. Listen to that. Not a whole lot of heavy guitars in this, at least not until the end. Sounds more like pipe choir. She sounds great, doesn't she? It's cool. Good job. Listen to this. So psychedelic and ambient and kind of like trippy. But that rhythm is going and you can still hear it. Right? Or right? Both going simultaneously. Fantastic. Hovering, invisible, like poetry. Salvation. Awesome. Listen to this part. This is as quiet as the song gets. Listen to this. So much sound, though, happening right now. Listen. Oh, so much work, so much thought, effort. Boom, ba, boom, ba, boom. How strange, you know? I'm proud of this one. A lot of good stuff in here. I considered this at the time to be my masterpiece. It very well may be my masterpiece, even though it was made a long time ago. A lot of really cool stuff. Changes very quickly, too. So mellow. Okay, the drums come back a little bit. Starting to pick up a little bit, you know, starting to rise a little. And the drums come back in. Dancing towards right here, the drums. Tribal drums. It's kind of like lighting the fuse on the bomb, you know? Because this song is about to explode. Good guitar. Still soft though, right? But here we go. Ready? This song's gonna explode. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Oh, I'm screaming as loud as I can. Get up. Hallelujah. Listen to that. It's crazy, isn't it? It was so fun to, you know, be recording this and listening to the playback, you know. Every day. You know, work on it some more and press play. Listen to that drum beat. Good level of like intensity, you know. Very intense. Good vocals. Oh yeah. Dancing towards salvation. Pretty cool. Good drums. Salvation. Drum fills. Right here. Boom, 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 boom. Against the rhythm. Boom, 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 boom. It's like slowing down, hitting the brakes. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Then it goes boom. Oh, so much time and effort. I worked so hard on this, you know. So much work, so much tedious, you know, detail, you know, attention to detail. So glad I did it, so worth it. Oh, listen to this ending, it's great. And even this section right here, you know, there's so much going on. Listen. 14 tracks of music. That's all I had. 14. Not bad. Not bad.